guys are ready. Let's do it. Let's do it, my friends. All right, so I'm gonna come back over to my computer in a little bit, but let's see which one. Which one is the smallest out of all of these words? What was your guess? For me,
Adam.
Atom is the teeniest, tiniest one, right? And if you wanted to add another word that was smaller than an atom, what kind of particle is smaller than an atom?
Molecule. Wait, no, it's
What is
bigger.
that? A quark.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. Or proton, right?
Yeah.
Atoms join together to form
Molecule.
atoms of the same element join together to form an element. Atoms of the same element are an element, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different elements join together to form which one of these?
Molecule.
A compound. An example of compound is water. That's the most abundant compound on Earth.
Oh, molecule.
Do you remember the picture example? Right, so. All right, so we have compounds. We have small compounds like CO2, and we have large compounds like protein, don't we? Those are our macromolecules. Our macromolecules, proteins, lipids, carbs, what do they join together to form?
Organelle.
Very good. Our organelles. And our organelles can be like a ribosome, a nucleus, a cytoplasm, a mitochondria. These are things we're going to be learning about, right? Organelles join together to help what to work?
Or cells.
That's right. We have all kinds of cells. We talked about cell specialization yesterday, didn't we, Dakota? Talked about how all cells look different. They have different jobs. They start as a stem cell, but then they differentiate, right? And they have different functions. Some cells have a nucleus, some cells don't. Did you know that RBCs, red blood cells, do not have a nucleus? That's
Yes.
weird. That's the only cell in the body that is not in your eukaryotic cell. Cells work together to form which one? Tissue. Now write this down. Different kinds of tissues could be blood. Blood is a tissue. Bone. Bone is a tissue. Muscle. Muscle is tissue. Skin. Skin is the tissue.
Your brain
All
is
those
a tissue.
tissue. What you say?
Brain.
Your brain is going to be an organ.
Is your brain made of tissues?
It's made of tissues. That's right. It's made of tissues. All right. So tissues
Brain
work together
tissue.
to make what? Organ.
Organs.
And the organ, as Omi just said so wonderfully, is a brain. Eyeballs, ears, lungs, liver. Those would be examples of organs, right?
Well, is your ear really an organ?
It is. So let's move forward. It is. Take that as a fact because it's the truth. Let's move forward because we have more to learn. Now, a group of organs that do a similar job. For example, what do the mouth, the esophagus, what do the small intestines and large intestines and the anus, what do all those organs have in common?
Organ system.
No, listen. What do they have in common? What are all those organs? The mouth, the tongue, the teeth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small, the large intestines, the anus. What do they all have in common? What are they dealing with? What do they relate to?
Wait.
What function do they all do? The mouth, the teeth, the tongue, the esophagus, the stomach, the small and large intestine. What do all those organs relate to?
Function of the
Function
body.
of what?
The body or organisms.
But what is the job of it? Think. The mouth, the teeth, the stomach, the large intestine, the small intestine, the pancreas. What do all those
to
organs
make the
relate
body
to?
function?
Be specific. We're smart. Press on. What do they all relate to? Here's your answer. Ingestion, they take in food. Digestion, they break down food. And excretion, they get rid of food. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So when we talk about organs that work together like that, we call that which word? System.
Yeah.
And that was an example of the digestive system. So we have 11 different systems. We have the integumentary system, cardiovascular system, immune system,
organ system.
What is it?
Organ system.
No. That's just the general word right there. So your systems are specific. Skeletal, muscular, nervous, those are specific. Okay? Now all your systems work together to make what function? Organism. And we have lots of different organisms we can use, for example, a coyote, a worm, a mushroom. All of these are living things called organisms. Some things are very simple, like a paramecium is simple, right? It's unicellular. So it's not going to have a whole bunch of these bigger words because it's a simple organism. Other organisms, like an elephant, man, they're going to have all these things. Okay? All right, we're moving on. It says research to find the 3 scientists who contributed to our knowledge about the cell theory. All right, here's what I want you to go to your learning target, please.
I can't even pronounce her
Let's go
name.
to our learning target. Try not to blur it out. You distract me when you do that. If you have a question, raise your hand. All right, so we're gonna go, look at me as I do this. We're gonna go right here. We're gonna open that up. Go file, make a copy. And these are gonna be your notes to study for this unit. All right, so there's lots of different scientists you could have named. Let's go through some of them. If you don't have them in your warm-up answers, I want you to go ahead and write them down now. One of the people that helped to contribute, head up for me, I want you to sit up for me. One of the scientists that helped to come up with the cell theory is the guy who created the first compound light microscope. We call it compound because there's not one lens, but there's many lenses. So we say compound because it's the eyepiece lens and your objective, right? His name was Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He's the guy that developed the first microscope. You're gonna have to know that for the SOL. You're gonna have to know that for the test. So if you want to write that down or take time to study this, you should. That's fact. You're gonna need to know the job. Okay? Another person that we know, his name is Robert Hooke. Write his name down. Robert Hooke. He was the person that came up with the word cell. Up until then, they just called them boxes or figures, but he was the guy who actually coined the word cell. Make sure you're writing this in your notebook. These are things you're going to have to know. Okay. All right. Another scientist that helped come up with the cell theory is Matthias Schleiden. Matthias Schleiden, he came up with the idea that all plants, all grasses, all shrubs are made up of small units called cells. And they're specifically plant cells. Put this in your notes. Schleiden said that all plants were made up of plant cells. Another scientist that contributed to the cell theory is Theodore Schwann. And I remember Schwann because swan is an animal. So I say Theodore Schwann, he was the one that said all animals were made up of animal cells. You will need to know these names, quizzes, or tests, or the SOL. These are the ones that regularly put on the test. So I'm telling you to write them down because I love you. And I want you to love yourself. And I want you to win and get a diploma and pass that test. You don't get a diploma without it. It doesn't happen. You got to know something. You can't just come, show up, and think you will get a diploma. You got to actually know something. Right? All right. And the guy that came up with the cell theory, write this down, his name is Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf Virchow. And he's the guy that said all living things are made up of cells, that cells come from other cells, and the basic unit of life is called the.
I already have those 3 names down.
All right. So the rest of this is just things that you can study. Again, lots of information that covers the things that we're learning about. But this is going to be your key note-taking tool. If you need to study those scientists, you need to make sure you go back and review those. All right, that was the game I asked you to play. Did you get a chance to play?
No.
Let's play it together at least one time. Or maybe not. Maybe you won't let me play.
Yeah, press.
All right. Help me out. Help me out. I'm going to click this one. Group of one or more organs working together to perform functions of the organism. Organ system. Nice. Plus goes to my man Dakota. Made up of similar tissues that work together to perform a specific job.
Organ.
Nice. Plus. The basic unit of structure and function in an organism. What might that be?
Tissue.
A cell?
Cell.
That's right. Yes. Way to go. Entire living thing that carries out all basic life functions.
Organism.
Awesome. Made up of several cells, similar in structure and function that work together to perform a specific job. Very good. Good job. That game will always be there for you. You know, we can always find your games. Let's go ahead and go here to the link that says complete Venn diagram. Go ahead and open that up for me, please. Open that up. Oh, maybe it's not working today. It used to work. Is yours working? All right, I don't know why mine's not working. But go ahead and play it. Is yours working on me?
Yeah. I did it in 29 seconds.
So we
That
should be on the
game
one that
thing.
says complete the Venn diagram.
Seconds?
What's that back word?
What's mine working?
Broken. I don't know. Yeah, oh, mine does that same thing. Actually, I tried it yesterday.
Try to get to that.
No,
How
this
do you
one
do the,
was
get rid of pop-ups or something like that? How do you do that? What do I go up here?
what?
You know, sometimes pop-ups, avoid pop-ups, or, you know, it's
Yeah.
something you hit up here to clear.
Clear.
You know what I'm talking about?
F11
F11?
is it full screen you're talking about?
No. Sometimes there's a pop-up blocker, and it's somewhere up here. I just want to see if that
Oh, there's those arrows right there.
is here.
Note down those. Yeah, those.
And that's bookmark. I thought
Yeah.
you just stepped on
No, what do you? I don't know what you mean by
pop-up blocker. Pop-up blocker. You know what pop-up blocker is?
no.
What kind of
The side of your screen.
link to an ad blocker?
Okay. I know that. So I'm not very smart with this. I thought you guys were.
Okay, wait.
Sometimes there's something that blocks sight.
Okay, your extension thing in the top corner. The yeah, that thing, the puzzle piece. That's the only extension she has.
So that has nothing to do with what's going on.
No,
Okay. All right. We're
my
gonna
thing
move on.
does the same thing though too.
We're gonna move on.
Mine works.
Yours work?
How? I went on thing yesterday.
I feel like it because normally it's always
Well,
work.
where was that game? Wait a minute. So, just shows up as the untitled game. I think it's because it's the HTML. Delete the .html part.
Okay.
Wait, no, that don't work. Never mind.
It looks like it's going.
It's Gateway on Track Media Science 7.
But it works.
Wait,
on
no.
my end.
Oh, you're sharing a file. This is a file.
Okay. Tell me how to play the game. That's what I care about.
I don't know where what website is it?
If you click on the link, it shows up. Hold on. Let me see.
OnTrackMedia.net.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's the whole look. She's sharing a file because I deleted some of the parts at the top and it shows up as a file because she shared the HTML.
I'm with you. But how do we solve the problem?
I have to look for this. Wait,
See, it's showing like it's there.
7.1 HTML 2015. God dang, this is old.
Here it is. Okay, mine's working. So I copied the link and then put it in. So we'll do this together. If you don't have it, let's just do it real quick. So we
Science
have an animal and plant stuff. Do me a favor. I want you to draw this into your notebook. Draw the Venn diagram into your notebook. As we complete it, you need to have it in your notes. All right. So right now you're drawing. There's a pen or pencil in your hand on me. You're going to a nice fresh page.
26.
And you're drawing. Okay. So the first thing we're going to put is a chloroplast. Where does the chloroplast belong? Animal cell or plant cell? Let's draw it. Let's put it to the.
I got it.
Good job. Let's put it here. Now draw that into your notes. If you're not drawing in your notes, you're not following directions. This is more than just an electronic activity. You want to draw this into your notes. Another point.
Okay, no more. It's not loading.
All right. The next one is cell membrane. Where was this? Here it is. All right. Page 175, and then nothing else. Let's go ahead and start this now, sweetie. I know you fell behind, but you can do the games later. Let's go ahead.